I'm really excited about my Unburdened Masterclass this evening, and questions. I've had some questions from people about my masterclass. Now, is this actually working? I think I am live. So I thought I'd just jump on and I'd answer a few of those questions. So the first one that I got asked is this just for pet guardians? Because that's the people I work with a lot is the pet guardians. And no, I've designed it so it's for everyone. Whilst it was inspired by my pet guardians, it's it's not specifically for that. It was inspired by like pet loss and anticipatory pet loss and how that weighs really heavy and the caregiver burnout that some of my pet guardians are facing. But I've designed it that it can work with any of those like just heavy issues that weigh you down and just make you feel a bit rubbish. So that's the first question I really wanted to answer from people. So I'm just saying I don't think anyone's jumped on yet, but I'm just gonna keep going anyway. So the second question is it tapping? Is it EFT tapping? Is that what I'm going to be doing? And that is part of what I'll be doing. Yes, I will be doing tapping. The idea of this is to put it into a framework. So it's more than one process. So there'll be 3 steps to it. And the first one I think we often miss is acknowledging what that burden is and how it's affecting us. I think it's very easy to shy away from it. And even with tapping, going, I'm just going to tap it out. I just want to get rid of this. I don't want to face this. So the first step can be a little uncomfortable. It's that acknowledgement, but there's something really powerful about actually acknowledging something and sitting with it. It really changes the energy. So we pre-frame with that, and then we do go into release work, mind body release work. So yes, there will be tapping, because tapping is amazing for that. It's such a good way to clear that emotional energy, the emotional debris that we have in our systems. I'm definitely going to be doing that. I might add in another couple of mind body techniques. I do find with some emotions and some energy, it is nice to bring in a little bit more physical. So I might bring in a few elements from my qigong practice, shaking or breathing. So that's probably going to be an additional extra if I've time for that. And then the third step in that process, once we've released, once we've cleared away, we want to refill it with something, because if we don't, we're just going to be on autopilot and get back that same kind of stuff again. So it's the really juicy bit where we get to call in the kind of energy we want, and that then nurtures our system and builds up our positive energy. So I'm really excited sharing how we're going to do that bit in the masterclass. So they were the main questions I was asked. If anybody has any more, you can post them under this. You can send me a direct message. I will say one more thing. It's a 1 hour masterclass. We've 1 hour to go through these steps. It's not the place for your deepest, darkest, most horrible traumas. Because if someone's going to come in with that intensity, it's very hard to hold in that kind of a container for really intense trauma or grief. Work one-to-one with a practitioner. You can contact me. I work with people with Zoom all over the world. When I was writing the workbook, there is a workbook for the masterclass as well. When I was writing the workbook, I use the analogy of a big pile of rocks. You know, your burdens are a big pile of rocks. And this goes for you if you're doing your own work with just clearing away what no longer serves you. Is don't try and start with the biggest, most dense and intense boulder, take a small rock from the top and start there. It's going to be a gentler journey. You're going incrementally, you're going one step at a time. So it's going to be a lot gentler on your system to pick something small to start with. And that's whether it's for this class or your journey of inner work. I think that really stands. Sometimes we can be a bit, oh, I want the first or the worst. We want to get to the core of it straight away. And that can be quite harsh. It's much better to go step by step. And once you've taken that rock from the top and you've released that and you've brought in different energy, you've then got the confidence to go on to the next issue, to go on to one that's a bit more complicated. And those big boulders at the bottom, they're ones that you really have to carefully chip away at. It can take time and it can take extra support for them. It can take having, accountability and one-to-one support and a really strong container to keep that a safe journey. So I do think some of those bigger issues are better worked in a different way. But we all have so many. I don't think that's going to be a problem for anybody. So I'm going to stop talking now. I've no questions in here, but people can later on. Let's see, I'm having live stream performance issues. Oh dear. So I hope you can all hear that okay. Otherwise I'll do it again later. I'll come back on later if the quality of this one isn't good. If you have any questions, just message me and I will go for now. Bye for now.